More dreams today. I'm focusing on dreams that show special psychic abilities. And this is exactly what I'll be doing during the Dream Dragon workshop with Nochi in a few weeks. After working with Nochi, this woman had a dream, and I got the chills when I was looking at this dream. It was not a typical one, so I had to tune in to this and see exactly what was going on here in each step. So I'll go through it with you like that. And I'll just tell you my summary and advice for the dream right away. And if you stick around, you can find out exactly how I got that. What this person's dream is telling them is that she can do a special activation that brings in remembrance of the soul blueprint. What she needs to do to help her clients really bring in this golden energy is it's got to come through the divine gateway chakra. But the person actually has to do work on their crown chakra first. So the soul star is going to hold any activations and not deliver them to the client or to the person doing the work unless they've done some work already on their crown chakra. I would say either don't work with people who haven't done that yet, or make sure to do some crown chakra opening before you do the activation for them. First, there's a massive vortex of gold and silver energy spreading out across outer space in the dream. This part is about activating the upper chakras. First, the vortex of energy is about chakra work. So that's the first clue that this dream is really about her special abilities. But also what's cool about colors in dreams is that they point to chakras as well. The gold and silver support that too, because these colors are found in the upper chakras. Silver is one of the colors of the soul star chakra, which is located just above the crown chakra here. And the soul star is about the soul blueprint remembrance, that pure original form, and karma clearing, which I'll talk about in a minute when the color red comes up. So gold is associated with the divine gateway chakra, the 12th chakra. And this especially makes sense because of this person's work with Nochi, because Nochi does contract release work in the 12th dimension. So it's kind of like a double reference. And by the way, the divine gateway is all about dharmic flow, multi-dimensional truth, oneness, and transcendence. The next in her dream is it felt like a divine force connected to the life energy of humanity, right? So she literally uses the word divine. So that's another check mark in the box for affirming that the divine gateway chakra is key to this person's psychic abilities. And to help you visualize the dream scene, look at it like an entire universe. In the beginning, she described the vortex spreading out through space. So now you can look at the upper chakras as higher levels of the universe, just in the same way that you can think about your body as the universe. This will make even more sense next. When she says in her dream, on Earth, there were many red spheres placed across the surface. Earth is terra firma, it's solid ground. And again, if you look at colors, people talk about the earth being green, or you'll hear the phrase God's green earth. It's very common to think about green being the earth. And there's another reason why green is important, which becomes important in the next part of the dream. But right now, let's look at those red spheres. Red, that's interesting because if you look up different chakras, red is the root chakra. Also, it's karma clearing because I know that Nochi does a lot of work with that. And sometimes when she does that, she sees a red dragon, and that's about karma being cleared. What about the spheres? A lot of times when you see spheres in dreams or Tauruses, it's about a chakra. It's directly talking about a chakra because the shape of a chakra is like a torus, but also the earth is essentially a sphere. So keep that in your back pocket too. So not only does this part reference the root chakra where we're grounded, whereas like I said, the upper chakras are being talked about as the divine force connecting and the silver and gold energies out across outer space. So next she says at the center of each red sphere was a golden core. What immediately came through on this was that gold is pointing to value, and it's saying that when you go to the core, when you go to the heart of whatever it is, metaphorically, you're finding the value. And the core is the heart chakra, which is the green that was seen earlier when I was looking at Earth in the dream. So when I tuned into that whole visual, what came through is that we tend to think about the divine as being something above us, something that we need to reach, something that does not belong to us inherently. We have to go seek it. But here we see that right here on earth, we have the divinity. It's at the core. We have this value within us. It's rooted in our connection to earth. It's rooted in our connection to the heartbeat. So that's what that visual means in the dream. And that's really beautiful, just really beautiful. Here's the last part of the dream. I found myself inside a band of flowing energy, moving with it as if I were part of the energy itself. It felt like a torus-shaped flow, a continuous circulating current. Then energy began to flow through my own center, and the torus-like circulation started to activate, and I was told this will happen to your clients. So it's clearly showing this person's ability to move energy around. A lot of times your dreams will give you really good visuals. And I always say, take that visual and use it. Use it for something. If you're doing energy work or if you're just being a regular person, use those visuals that your dream gives you to affect change or to bring something into your life that is missing or that you want. Dreams are so good at giving you these symbols. That torus-shaped flow definitely sounds exactly like a chakra, right? The torus flow, the energy flowing, definitely chakra work. I would encourage this person to activate or work with those higher level chakras. The very last sentence seems pretty clear, right? When she activates this technique, she's able to activate that energy flow for her clients. Her clients are going to be able to access the divine energy within themselves because ultimately it's not something out there. It's something that is within us. And sometimes we just need somebody else to help us open that up and activate it within ourselves. And that's what this person does. So maybe I'll call her up and see if I can get a session because that sounds amazing. So fun, fun, fun. Have fun doing this.